back in 2023, I introduced a bill which actually passed. I got it passed. It said to the federal government, specifically the United States Department of Treasury, you've got to give this money back. You've got the names of people on these bonds. In many cases, you have the addresses. In a lot of cases, you have the serial numbers. Why are you just sitting on this $36 billion, these 100 million bonds? Why don't you contact people and give them their money? And they said, Kennedy, you don't understand. First of all, they said our records are a mess. Some of these bonds go back, 75 years before there were computers. The Treasury Department said to me, the records are not digitized. We'd have to comb through boxes and boxes and boxes to get names and addresses, and it's just a lot of trouble. And I said, well, I feel your pain, but you still ought to return the money to people. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to introduce a bill, and I did, and I passed it, that says the federal government has got to return this money to the people to whom it is owed. And in that bill, I provided money for the U.S. Department of Treasury to digitize those records, to go out and hire a consultant to go through all the records and put them in a database so they can be easily searched. And the U.S. Department of Treasury has done that. And I want to thank them. Hadn't been the easiest thing I've ever done. I worked with Secretary Mnuchin first, and then Secretary Yellen, and now Secretary Bessent, and all of the good women and men who work for them, but we finally gotten it done. And here's what we're ready to do. We are ready to turn the names and addresses and serial numbers over to the treasurer of every state, in Louisiana and West Virginia and every other state. We're going to give them the names and addresses and serial numbers so they can contact people in their state and say, the federal government has your money and we want to get it back to you.